Hey everyone, and welcome back to an all-new episode of Wicked Unscripted, where we have unscripted conversations about some of the most popular reality shows on television. Blah, 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 blah. Jesus, I'm off to a wonderful start already.
Hey, we've been marathon recording for 2 days now, so
I don't know if what like order you're gonna hear this in. This is the last recording that we're doing, so I'm just like out of breath at this point. I'm just I'm dead.
we've done the Patreon exclusive. We did Survivor, and now here we are with Big Brother, and we've been on such a hiatus. We're rusty, guys, but we've missed you, and I'm so glad to be back and recording again.
I'm so excited. Oh boy. In the other episodes, we're not bad. I can hear the rust sometimes. Just like we're getting back into it though. But it's been so much fun. We just want to apologize for being away so long. I actually was going to say this at the end of the episode, but I guess I'll just say this now. We do plan to catch up on some of the weeks we missed and kind of do a jury assessment moving forward. We'll give you more information about that at the end of the episode, but just wanted to let you guys know that we know that the podcast in particular, not us, but the podcast was on hiatus during some of the craziest moments that we've seen in this game. So there's
Yes, and we do want to talk about those things, but we are going to pick up and start with week 9 and get everyone caught up to speed or where we are at, and then we will have a spoiler warning if you want to bounce and don't want to know live feed things, and then we'll talk about what's going on in the live feeds and where the house is currently at.
Yeah, and so we're entering week 9. So I think we should start at the very end of week 8. Really, I know I'm like, oh, we're not going to go back. We're going to go back just a little bit because week 8 was possibly one of the most pointless weeks I have ever seen in Big Brother history.
Had such potential. I will say this. This is all I want to say about the dead week. I've been saying it on the TikTok and the clock app. I feel like there's been a major problem with buybacks, battlebacks for years, and that's the easiest next target. You bring somebody back in, they're going to go right back out. And giving the battlebackies an opportunity to reestablish themselves in the game and build relationships without giving them just flat out safety for the week. This was an idea. This had potential to be a good idea if they had executed it properly. They announced this week as a Scaryverse week with these BB zombies, and they did 0 scaring. They could have done luxury comps. They could have done comfort comps, like to win vacations and cash and stuff. They could have done
a goddamn have not comp, but they'll just never bring those back.
The fucking Exorcist shit that we saw this week.
Why did Heisem get to run it, but they didn't get to run? Like that would have made more sense having the Exorcist week be that week, right?
Yes. So if you're gonna have a Scaryverse week, we were full on expecting scares in the mirrors, scary producer people coming in and dressed up in costume, think like Instagranny shit like that. Like it had potential to have team good feeds all week if there's no game progression, and this is strictly supposed to be Cameron and Jared reestablishing their place in the house and building up some level of security. Then do something for the feeds in the meantime. Do something. And don't call it Scaryverse week if literally you're going to have Jared and Cameron being dressed in black rags as the scariest part of the week.
Couldn't even have an America vote in there for something.
Literally anything. But we waited and waited and waited, and we got nothing. Absolutely nothing. The scariest part about Scaryverse week was the fear of the show being canceled because of loss of viewers.
Oh no, seriously, Sarah and I were also talking back and forth about concern about what it was going to mean for the live feeds. Live feeds, viewership, just all around. It was a bad decision. And I mean that in all kindness. It was
a good concept, a good idea
on paper.
Horrible execution.
Yes. It looked pretty on paper, and then they tried it and it did not work.
Yeah.
The split house twist went last year. They were like,
Yes.
pretty, let's try. And then they tried it and they were like, oh, this is so
Yeah.
flawed. Ugh, wow. Ugh. Anyways, so that led into week 9 because ultimately Cam won a series of competitions and he got the decision to either play in a do or die competition or let Jared do so. He did it. He won. So he's back in the house and oh dear Lord, not just back in the house, but then dominates the entire week of week 9. He not only wins that do or die competition, he then goes on to win HOH by a hair, mind
Yeah.
you. Oh Lord, Matt got really close, so that was something. And then he also won the power of veto 2 days later. So he had full control of the house the entire week after he re-entered.
And he beat me, and Mimi was only 20 seconds behind him.
Yes, both competition wins were by the skin of his teeth. Like
Yeah.
barely eked it out. To start the week, he really was targeting Felicia. Felicia is somebody he did not want to see in jury. He knew he was making jury at that point, or he was confident he was making jury at that point. And he was like, okay, I got to make sure that jury is working for me. So Felicia, we're going to go with Mimi because, I mean, there's a
And this
slew.
whole idea that he had, I want to talk about that a
Yeah.
little bit, but this whole idea that he had that Felicia couldn't make it to jury because she would never vote for him. I don't know. No one knows where he got that from. I don't see that even being the case. I think if he was sitting next to a woman, Felicia might vote for the woman, but if that woman was America or blue, she wouldn't, because Felicia has made it very clear she's going to vote for people who actually played the game. And in Felicia's mind, blue and America have not been doing that at all.
And I think Felicia, as much as she is bitter about things in the house, like, and I think rightfully so,
Mhm.
I don't see her as being a fully bitter juror. I actually really think she would be somebody who would vote for Cam because she's like, look, assuming it depends on who he's sitting next to, of course, as you mentioned, but
Yeah.
like I think she would at least consider it and being like, well, he won all of those competitions. He did bring himself back in the game and now he's here. I don't think she would just write that off. I think she does not like him still.
I think I'll go
But
as far to say it's Suri and Cam in the final 2 seats. I think Felicia gives her vote to Cam.
I don't know if I'm as confident, but I can very much see it. I think it just
Mhm.
also depends on if Suri can do anything super masterful, and I just
Right.
don't write that off. But I think if the game goes the way it has been going, and Suri just kind of stays flying under the radar, not flying under the radar, 'cause she's not, but like
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
I do.
Um,
Yeah.
it's just going to be interesting.
If we were gonna vote right now, Cam, Suri sitting in the final 2 chairs, I think Felicia votes for Cam.
Yep,
And
I don't disagree with that, and I
I
think
don't
some
know
people will
why
be
he
like,
got so gung ho in her brain about this. It
it's
was very
because
weird.
when he dislikes somebody, he doesn't let it go. It kinda
He
happened
doesn't
with
let it
Izzy
go.
too.
And Cam, his ego is, oh God, it is
Oof.
infuriating. But he firmly has full confidence in everything he feels, what he sees in the house, how he sees the house being. There's no in between. He is right. You are wrong. They will be like, "Can't, they're coming for you." Wrong. Wrong. Like, that's a quote. That's a Cam quote. Wrong. Mm-mm. Wrong. No, wrong. And
He's also said, like, if you say something, he's told Riley. He told not yeah, he told Riley multiple times when she said things he didn't like. It's like, "If we weren't on camera, I would hit you." And I'm like,
yeah, yeah.
a choice of words there. I wouldn't have I would and I understand he might have just meant something like a silly like but like
No, I'm
there's no such
sorry.
thing as
Like,
that. That doesn't because I'm sorry, it doesn't actually like I think that's what he's trying to be is like it's just a silly little tap and it's like
no. He's
"Mhm,
I don't like,
no.
no. There's so
Thank
many
you."
problems
And that was
here.
said multiple times too. So it wasn't like he
Yeah.
just said that after one thing. She was so all over the place. And to be fair, he was trying to kind of rein her into his own ideas, to be fair, but he was trying to get her to like settle down a little bit. And that's when that happened. So it's just one of the many comments that he makes that I'm just like, please
Blech.
stop. Please stop. Um I for people who don't watch the feeds, it's frustrating because I can understand why they would like Cam because of the way he's being painted on the episodes, but it's like if you watch a lot, it's kind of like what happened with Jeff. Cameron is very much turning into Jeff Schroeder because in the house, no thank you. If you're watching the feeds, it's not really great. He's not really enjoyable all the time. But when it comes to watching him on the show, much more enjoyable personality, kind of looked like the underdog, and like you see him in certain fights, in certain conversations where like if you knew what happened on the feed, you'd be like, oh, but he made some really gross comments there. So why are we leaving that out? Just a lot of kind of I'm getting similar vibes. Obviously Cameron's not in a showman's, but it just very similar kind of edits that I'm seeing between him and Jeff. So unfortunately, Jeff won AFP his season. So I as much as I hate it, it's already looking like it's going that way for Cameron.
I don't think so. Actually, I've talked to quite a few casual viewers too that still don't like him.
I don't think all casual viewers like him. I just think it's because I think there are people who are going to be able to see through the bowl. I think there were plenty of people who saw that with Jeff. I think it's also based on looking at the dynamics of the house, who they end up being aligned with and whatnot. And I think that's really important to pay attention to too. So, but one of the things that I thought was interesting is just like he had all this power in the house, him being Cam. And he still had to try and convince people to do a backdoor because obviously he doesn't have a vote. He can't control what happens. He wanted to backdoor Cory so bad. He was just like, how about it? How about it? How about it? How about it? And everybody's just like, please stop. At one point, it was entertained, but it was just like Bowie was not having it. Bowie was like, she's never been a backdoor fan. She's kind of been the way Heisem was, where it was just kind of like, I'd just rather be straightforward and not hurt people or like she doesn't want blood on her hands, and she thinks even a vote in that situation is blood on her hands. So she showed that she wasn't interested. Blue kind of bit. Blue was kind of interested in it. She actually ran with it more than Jag wound up running with it. But the night that he was proposing it to everybody, Blue, Jag, and Matt were kind of like, maybe. I think Matt, unless I missed everything, I could have missed stuff because I was not fully on the feeds. I had to do a lot of like flashbacking. So I don't know if I saw everything, but from what I could tell, Matt was really the one who was most on board. I'd say probably Blue behind, and then Jag last. And Jag was kind of closer to Bowie, if anything, where he was like, yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting, but I think he knew that there were significant game consequences to it. So that was a thing. I don't know if you have any comments on it.
No, you said everything I wanted to say about it. I really hated that week. I just
it was bad. She's like, I don't even want to comment on it. Can you just run through this and we can be done?
Yeah, let's fuck.
So Power of Veto, boy. This Power of Veto competition gave us one of the best moments in Big Brother history. Because we got Felicia just walking out the front door and just standing around being like, because it was an in the dark competition, and
we've missed the dark box so much.
I missed it. And finally, we got it. And she gave us such a brilliant moment. She thought like she just opened the door, walked outside before she was done, and she's just like looking around, just like, oh shit. It's just
Mimi fucking killed this comp.
She really did.
She was so impressive.
So close. So close.
Yeah.
But you know who else killed it was Cam.
Fucking Cam.
And actually, Blue did pretty well in this competition too. I think she was like a minute behind them. I can't remember specifically.
I wanted to vomit when, oh my God, sorry.
Doggos. We need to get a banner that says doggo alert.
Doggo alert. Vader alert. Yeah, I just wanted to fucking vomit when she like kicked the foot up and posed after the power of BB compels you. Like,
Oh no, I don't disagree.
I can't with her the stuff anymore. I can't. I can't.
I can
It's
just
getting out of
tell.
hand.
Is it because we're on our last recording of the day, or is this just so intolerable?
No, I'm
I
talking
know,
blue. The blue
totally
shit
get it.
is that
I know.
intolerable.
No, I know it
The
is.
I'm done. I'm at the point now where I'm done with the
I'm
blue
over
kitty
it.
bullshit. I'm done with the kissy noises with the Comerica segments. I
A
call it
lot of it is
Comerica because it's
the edits
horrible,
have
but it's
not been doing
bullshit.
it. Edits have not been doing it at
No, I
all.
don't wanna watch them making out over constitutional amendments, and I don't want to hear a kitty, kitty, purr, meow bullshit appropriation, cultural appropriation bullshit from Blue anymore. I just can't. I just quit. Get them the fuck off my you know who's been giving, and they're not showing it enough. She's not getting her flowers, and I might sound biased here, but Suri has been giving. Suri, the clip where she had to join in to sing happy birthday, the clip
Oh my
where
god, that's one of my favorite fucking clips.
if you've
Oh,
ever waited tables at a restaurant that sings happy birthday, it's just so fucking relatable. And like she's been giving this week a lot. We'll get into live feed stuff later, but like she's got so many moments. Her and Felicia. Show me more Felicia. Show me more Suri. I'm sorry. Like I like America.
oh, I love America.
Blue's fine.
I'm not saying, and now people are gonna be
But
like,
I don't
"Why do
like
you like
on camera
America?"
blue.
But like, I think I just want to make sure that we specify. I'm not acting like America's playing the best game in the house. I'm not gonna say that.
No.
Mm-mm,
No,
mm-mm, mm.
but
I
I
think
like
she's made
her.
lots of
I
mistakes.
love
Love it.
Cory. Adore Cory. I want to smack him upside the head because he's got some moments where I'm like, you're doing too much. You're saying too much. You're saying way too much. You're saying way too much, Cory.
And the
But
mustache, I feel like it's the
oh
power
my
of the
gosh, it's
stash. The
evolving.
stash has to go. I think
It's
the stash is
evolving.
the problem.
It
It's
could
like
be. I just I
he thinks
love
he's
them.
macho now.
But I can't with these segments. And so like I love the dark comp, but I wanted to fast forward through Blue playing it because it was just if she's on camera, which she's always on camera, but for some reason, comps and DRs, she just is a different person. And it's not even the same as like Jasmine. We knew Jasmine played it up for the cameras and then was a different person inside the house, but it was nowhere near this extreme. Like Blue's literally two different fucking people. Two different fucking people.
I think it's interesting to see how people. I
She
mean, I
shoots
think
TikToks in the DR. That's what she's doing.
it's she gets to be like. I don't think I'm not trying to like take a dig at her. It's just like it just gets to be so much, and it's just like I get it. It's just so much. I don't
It's a
know. I'm
lot.
with you. I'm with
But
you.
anyway, the comp was great. I like the power of BB compels you bit. That was cool. That was funny. I was here for it.
The
It
attempt,
fucking sucked seeing that Cam won again. It just
yeah, the attempt to backdoor Cory came after this. By the way, I accidentally had this
yeah.
out of order because I'm silly. I'm a silly little girl. Didn't write her notes correctly. um, but yeah, so I think probably the highlight of the week though was not only not only Felicia calling out and just reading Cory in America for filth, mostly Cory for filth, um, during the POV meeting, but the subsequent argument that happened, oh my god, oh lord, Felicia just gave just so much. Oh, she was amazing in that. Just I don't even know where to begin. She And then I love how she noticed that, like, she went up to Cam. I think she went up to Cam later and was like, "Did I just take my game?" And he was just like,
Yep,
that
sure did.
didn't
What game?
that
He said what game?
didn't really help." But I mean, it didn't really hurt her at this point
It did
because
not.
she is in no different a position now than she was before that even happened. Like, it has almost had no impact on
None.
game whatsoever, which is hilarious. And it all came out of America being defensive over the comments she made, because basically it was like, oh, like they were trying to start this alliance, and she was like, I'm pretty sure you tried to start the alliance, and like, bold move, America, bold ass move. She held her own, even like very
Even though
much gave.
Cory left her high and dry in that, so
I don't want to talk about it. That really, as much as I do enjoy Cory, that really pissed me off. I get why he would have done that in his own situation if that was like him,
I'm
like
giving
in
him the
just
benefit of
Felicia,
a
but
doubt that he would have trusted her to follow suit and trying to tell her in his actions, like, we're shutting the shit down. We need to not participate.
I think to America's defense, and I'm not saying that it's right, it's just I would have been like, how do I stop? Because I'm in the middle of this now. It's like, okay, but help me stop this. I want this to end. And he's just like, my choice is to just walk away. I'm not saying it's a wrong choice. I think she's just in my mindset where it's like, not have the last word, but at least like wrap up the argument. You know what I mean? Find some way to like try and prove that this is why you say it and you're not going to back off, or some sort of something to tie a little bow on top. And I think she was just kind of ticked that he didn't want to like even come to her defense. But like, I don't know. I'm not necessarily I'm not faulting him entirely either. Um, because that was probably the right decision to walk away from that conversation rather than just blow it off.
But it was too far. Like he should have said something.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, he had the right idea, but he didn't go about it the right way. And it's like, buddy,
Execution.
yeah, that's we're wording today. We're just a bunch of word salad.
We are.
But the faces we got out of Felicia during that fight.
Oh, she's meme.
Iconic.
She's meme queen.
I freaking love that woman. Oh my god. It's just she gives all the time when it comes to that, and it's so we want more. We want more. I pray people know what commercial I'm referencing there. So for most of this week, it really was looking like it was either going to be Felicia or Cory going out of the house. This was the point when Cam started pushing for that backdoor of Cory, and he got some nibbles, but ultimately they kind of decided that wasn't really the right move. And at that point, the decision was, okay, who do we keep? And obviously, like I said, it was supposed to be Felicia, but this house is just a bunch of wafflers. It's the house of waffles. A waffle house, perhaps.
What was interesting is watching this conversation go down. So just setting the scene for you, like Cory knows Felicia's coming after him, but Cory's not scared of Felicia. And he's trying really hard to not get blinded by his own insecurities here and looking at an opportunity. And it was really the veto comp where Mimi came in second and was only 20 seconds behind Cam that put this into a realization here. Hey, Felicia's probably not going to win any comps. But Mimi could. So we need to do something about this. And Mimi being an extension of Felicia, if Mimi's still in the house, Felicia's not there, Mimi's likely going to target Cory too. It's just Mimi is likely to win a comp over Felicia. And this conversation began to happen. And it was happening somewhat being hinted at with Matt and Jack. And then Cory and America were talking about it. And then they just kind of all organically came together on this. I've decided they need to talk to Blue about it. Meanwhile, Cameron knows about this stuff, knows this is going to happen. And he's in the HOH room with Bowie, basically taking credit and saying that he's going to put, this was Matt and Jag's doing. Matt and Jag is actually the one that got the ball rolling on this.
Yeah. And they're also dominating the game. So it's just like, Jesus.
The seed with Cory. They floated it out there. Cory's kind of on board. Still what, but like Felicia keeps putting my name, like that's dangerous. Felicia's got a big mouth. That is dangerous. And that's where Cory started. And then it kind of like Matt and Jag won him over. And they're all having this meeting in the have not room. Now, Cameron knows about this. I don't know how he knew about it. I don't know how he ended up finding out. I don't even think it was shown. Like, I don't think that conversation where he became aware might not have been on the cameras because it seemed like he was just kind of always aware. And he's telling Bowie that Cory's trying to flip the vote to Mimi, and he's not going to do anything about it because he's going to let Cory sink his own ship. Mimi's going to go. Felicia won't win anything. And they'll all come after Cory, or I'll have a reason to come after Cory because he went against my wishes as the HOH. Cory then just projects himself as the biggest target in the house with the other side. And so Cameron is just like trying to sit in there like his evil, Dr. Evil layer. Like this is all his master plan. And I wanted to vomit. I couldn't listen to HOH cams that much, but I did listen to them go round and round and round with Blue, who wanted to work with Mimi, who wants Felicia out of the house with a passion. And it didn't really take a whole lot of convincing. They just began talking in circles, and that's how we ended up there. Like
They talk in circles all the time, and so it just was perfect.
The weirdest thing about it was they were all terrified to tell Cameron. They didn't want to blindside him. They were like, who will he listen to? Who's he going to blow up on when he finds out? And they're like, America. America's like, no, he doesn't like anything I say to him. And he won't listen to me. And so they all decided it was going to have to be Matt and Jag. Or Jag. But Jag wouldn't do it without Matt there. And they were going to float it to him and see if he flipped out. And if they flipped out, they were going to back out of it. Because none of them wanted to piss off Cam. Whereas Cory was the only one making sense in this part of the conversation because he was saying, okay, but he can't win HOH. That even if he wins veto, we control the numbers. Like, what are the chances? And then he said, what are the chances Bowie Jane wins the HOH? Like, Cam's not going to win. What are the chances, who's going to win? Bowie? Like, why are we scared of him? I want to go back and pull that clip because that was interesting.
Just going to leave that silence there. I think it belongs in that spot for now. But
anyway, they all decided, Mimi's going to go out. Matt and Jag did tell Cameron, and he did not have any kind of reaction whatsoever. Because he wants to play it cool, and he can't even pretend that he doesn't know something. He won't even pretend that he doesn't know things.
It's just not fun. It's just not fun. I can't anymore.
Yeah.
I can't anymore. So the other thing that's really important to note about this whole flip on Mimi is that like Mimi like kind of catches wind of it and just doesn't do anything.
Nothing.
She's just like, okay, I think my best plan is to still lay low.
Well, I think she was kind of counting on, without saying it and making herself look bad, I think she was kind of counting on Felicia causing more shit.
But like, that's not a good risk when your game is on the line. And like, I get why she probably thought that, but it's like girly pop. Nope.
But I said this, and I don't know what episode or what TikTok or what live or whatever, but it is out there
in the nether region.
Not in the nether region, for fuck's sake. But it is out there. I did say Mimi's downfall will be refusing to get outside of what she sees as her gameplay. She will not maneuver. She will not pivot. She wants to play her game a certain way. And if something doesn't fall into that narrative, she just refuses to see it. She does not go over or around hurdles. She just walks right through them as if they didn't exist. And that was going to be her downplay. And that's exactly what happened that week.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the most we really even got to see out of Mimi was when she was leaving the house. First, she held up her hand to Cory and was like, absolutely not getting a hug from you. She was like, mm-mm. And then as she walked out of the house, she was boldly incorrect by being like, I just want everybody to know that America and Cory and Bowie are all working together. And I was like, of all the combos of anything you could come up with, that's it? You could have come up with almost any other combo of people, and it probably would have been right to some degree.
Yep.
And she
But
was so
what she ended
boldly
up doing,
wrong.
though, what that ended up doing, though, was putting it somewhere in Bowie's head that there's something must be going on where I can trust Cory in America because there's a perception that we are working together, so they must be having my back in some way.
And then we get to the HOH competition.
Yes. I
This
have
HOH
audio. I have audio.
This HOH competition is going to go down in Big Brother history. Mark my words. This is going to be one of the most memorable moments ever, I think. Not like,
So
no, not ever. I'm talking like HOH comp history.
before we talk about the comp and how it went down, I want to announce who won HOH in a very special way.
Yeah, that was quite the stunner.
If you couldn't pick up on it, Bowie Jane is the new HOH.
Boy, and this week, oh boy, this week has been something. But before we get to that, let's talk about the HOH competition.
Yes.
So the night before this competition, they had the Humiligram show up, and they had to study this wall of crazy photos, and then do the normal thing where they answer true false. Instead of being knocked out, this was not a knockout round game. This was a point earning competition. So by the end of, I think it was 7 questions, the people who had the most, it was either 7 or 8, I can't remember. But at the end of the questions, the person who had the most would win. And if it was a tie, those people would go to the typical math tiebreaker. And then we got what I have liked to call BB math. Because what the fuck was this?
Oh my God.
We got to dive into this. Okay, so the question that Julie gave was, in minutes, how long was Jared in the Big Brother house as a zombie from the time he entered the house till the time that Cameron won the do or die competition? You should have just been able to do the math to figure out how long is 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
I can't mental math that, so no offense if they couldn't get that number, as long as they kind of got something close. Good for you. Would have been fine. Neither did any. No. Bowie originally put 27 minutes, and then she changed it to she put a 6 in the front. To be fair, we've heard her on the live feeds this week. A lot of people have been like, "Well, what has she had to have done something?" We have heard her on the live feeds say that like she did not understand the question, and she she heard Julie, but she didn't quite get what she was saying. She was thinking that it was when Jared left the house, left for the first time, and then entered as a zombie. To be fair, Julie did make it clear, but I mean, you're also under a lot of stress, and she was probably just trying to do the math as fast as she could in her head. So I think that's where that happened. But Felicia, on the other hand, just she went so far over, I don't even know what she did. I don't even know what happened with Felicia, because Felicia ended up with 49,500, which is equivalent to 34 days. How?
For context, the answer is 10,080.
That's it.
Is 1 week. 10,080. And Bowie answered 27. And Felicia answered, what was her answer?
49,500. Technically, Bowie guessed 627 because she went back and added the 6, but she literally had 27 down until Julie repeated
Even
the
if she hadn't added the 6, she would have still been closer.
So now here's the big debate, and I think this is a conversation. I might need to talk this out more out loud than anything. What do you think Bowie was doing? Do you think Bowie meant to throw it? Do you think she meant to win it? Now, the argument is, why would she throw it if she literally guessed 7 correctly? But to be fair, she might have been, in my defense, I defend that she might not have thought she was going to be getting them correct. She might have been like, oh, I guess that was true, so let me put up false. And then it was false, and she's like, oh shit, I got that right. tonight's episode, this to be fair, this podcast will be going out on Monday, so we haven't seen the Sunday episode. The Sunday episode is going to be very, very important, I think, into explaining where her head was at, because
Yeah.
I just can't figure it out still. I just can't. I don't think she wanted the HOH. Like, I mean, she did not seem thrilled. She literally, while she was doing while she was doing her meetings before noms, she literally had not cam talk, but she was just staring at the ceiling being like, I'm tired and I don't want to be doing this. This is why I didn't want to be HOH. And like, I heard, this is why I didn't want to be HOH. And I'm like, so what happened?
What?
I don't know. I'm curious. Tonight's episode is going to be very important. Sarah has put up the spoiler alert on screen, which means if you do not want to hear any spoilers, thank you for joining us. Email us at wickedunscriptedpod, pod, at gmail.com for more. If you would like to send us questions, comments, anything you want to kind of add. I'll be going through that at the end of the episode again. But just in case you want to ask us questions, we want to do a question and answer segment, hopefully every episode. So let us know if you want to chat. Again, it is wicked unscripted pod, pod at gmail.com for more. But anyways, let's move on to this week's
Spoilers.
This week.
I'm going to throw house standings up. The noms are on here, but we will talk about it. Bowie is our HOH. Noms have been made. And we currently have Felicia and Suri on the block.
This is not a move I was fully anticipating, but I'm not surprised by either. Felicia, I knew was going on the block. The question for me was Suri or Blue. I just thought
have Mimi's an X over Mimi too.
Oh, don't worry. I thought it had an X over Mimi, so we'll do it. You good. Everybody makes mistakes. I made one on TikTok and people got mad.
Felicia and Suri are on the block.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't a surprise to me.
No.
They've had words. The bye-bye bitches kind of fizzled out with the heat of 1,000 suns. And okay. But more importantly, what is Bowie's actual plan? Because I think that Bowie was the one that we genuinely had no fucking clue where her head was at. And if she won HOH, what was going to happen? I was at a Dallas Stars game so I started a new job last week, and we had like a company event where we all went out to a hockey game, and we're in a suite. It's loud. I'm getting to know my new coworkers. I shit you not, the second I walked out of American Airlines Center and my phone got signal again, bing, 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 and I saw all the Bowie HOH comments, and the way I was trying to jump into your live just to scream a little bit on the walk back to my car.
I wanted you in that live so bad.
I got to the parking garage and I saw the traffic and I was like, I'm not going to be out of this parking garage for a while. I'm in the parking garage, and that's when like signal fades again. The requests aren't going through. I'm just like, I need to scream at someone. Bowie just won HOH. What the fuck happened? I take one goddamn night off, and Bowie fucking Jane wins HOH. Like,
fucking Bowie Jane.
Don't get me wrong. I'm here for it. I've been saying I would love to see a Bowie HOH. I would love to see a Suri HOH. I want to see an America HOH. I want something fucking different. And boy, did we get that. But going into this, we had no idea where Bowie Jane's head really was at, because it seems like she's been very close with Cameron. Now that's important. Bowie Jane has been close with Cameron.
Especially after the bye-bye bitches fell apart.
But reasons unbeknownst to me, because I just don't fucking know why, they've been close. And she puts up Suri and Felicia. However, it seems that almost immediately after that happened, she did play her cards very close, but Cam, being who fucking Cam is, has left the HOH room and gone to talk to his bros and Matt and Jack, who want him gone, by the way, and he thinks that he's going to get them gone. It's a whole thing that they
He's
both
getting
think they're being double
played.
agents.
It's
He's getting
so
played
funny.
so bad. He thinks he's got Matt and Jack wrapped around his finger. So he's trying to buy them in a little bit more. And he's like, I got this. Bowie trusts me. She tells me everything, man. And this, she wants her gone. She's, wanting to go after big fish. And she, we can, the world is our oyster. We can win the veto. We can, put up Cory. We can, go after some bigger fish. Y'all just tell me because I got the end with Bowie. And Matt and Jag immediately went and told Bowie all of this. And Bowie's like, all right, cool. So I can't trust him at all. That's awesome. And then she tested Cam with some more info, some irrelevant info. And
Right.
it did. And then Matt and Jag did say, yeah, he came and told us, blah, blah. She's like, all right, cool. He's got to go.
Yep.
And that was it. And for the first time in, I don't know how long, I don't know the math at the stat at this time, he didn't get picked to play in the veto. So he's not picked to play in the veto. It's a done deal. It is a fucking done deal at this point. I mean, with this house and Waffle Wednesday and all that shit, whatever, who knows? But as it stands on Sunday evening at 3:36 Central Time, Cameron's out.
And I've never seen them this dead set on a vote.
They are. There's no hesitation at all. They're
Matt
having
and Jag have wanted out since
celebratory
last week.
Yeah, they're celebrating. Bowie is loving the fact that she is able to make this move. She is very excited about this. Everyone's very excited about this. Suri and Felicia had this very sweet moment where Suri's like, "Hey, I'll stay on the block so Felicia doesn't have to pack her bags again." And I'll do that for her. And that meant a lot to Felicia. She really liked, but sorry, going back. Veto was played.
Yeah.
We have a veto winner too. It doesn't matter because it didn't matter yesterday. They played. I do want to talk about that in a minute. We'll talk about it.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, but Jag won. Jag is the veto winner.
And a lot of people, TikTok can be hard to continually update because the way the house changes, it's so rapid and so fast. It's really hard to post a video and have it age well. And you want to put out videos that are going to age well to some degree, at least. So at that point, a lot of people were like, because I had posted about the Cam backdoor is on, and people are like, but is Bowie Jane in on it? Is Bowie Jane? And for a little bit, it was like, I mean, I do want to just make sure we get some evidence to make sure that she fully is. But right before the veto competition, she had a conversation with Jag that made it very clear that she was on board. She literally out of her mouth was like, okay, so, and she wasn't just saying okay, we're doing this. It was like, okay, how are we going to manipulate the situation? She was herself. The first time I've ever heard Bowie Jane talk like this. She's like, okay, so how are we getting ahead of this rumor or this thought or this comment that is probably going to come out of this because we need to be prepared? And I'm like, Bowie! So you're that in on it. You're that, because sometimes it's just oh yeah, I'm in on it. And then you have to kind of figure out, are they actually in? No, I think she is.
Bitch, I didn't know she was that in on the game itself. She's been playing like it's fucking Summer House.
I'm proud of her. I
am so proud of her this week.
Overnight. Not this past night, but overnight I have become a Bowie Jane fan.
But
no, but to be fair, I'm not saying I disliked her before. She just wasn't somebody that I was rooting for. Now all of a sudden I'm like,
anything. And she just seemed too agreeable. But and so I'm really liking this for her. I like this for Jag. I really like this for Cory. But I think Felicia coming down, Cameron going up. That's the plan for tomorrow. I think Felicia and Suri did solidify more final two. They are working together. Now Suri did solidify a final two with Mimi when she thought Mimi was going to be the one staying, but that's neither here nor there. Suri did a final two with Mimi, But Suri B is she's back on her game. She's got it. So she's locked in with Felicia for final two again. They differences aside, and then I think she really like nailed it here with giving Jag permission to take Felicia down over her. But by the way, can we just talk like this will be Jag's second veto where he's let the nominees decide who comes down?
Also, it's his second veto to backdoor Cam.
It's true. This is true. But he had this whole like you guys choose between America and Cory. Now he's doing it with Felicia and Suri. Anyway,
I think it's great for him, and it's not even.
Yeah.
I feel like to some degree, the nominees both times were almost asking him to let it happen that way to some degree, not fully where they were like, "Please let us choose." It was just kind of like, "You guys want to choose? Yeah, I think that'd probably just be best." And then he's like, "Cool," like
Yeah.
obviously paraphrased, not necessarily how that worked, but like ultimately that's kind of how this has panned out. I just gotta say too about Cam potentially going home after another Jag veto. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Boy, I'll never say it right because all I can think of is George Bush just fool me once,
If
shame
you're about to
on
tell
you.
me Cam's not going home on Thursday, I'm gonna tell you I don't believe it because I can't. It can't not happen.
No, it's gonna happen. I would be stunned. I would genuinely be stunned. You will.
Same.
What do we bet for these people? What do we do if we're wrong?
If Cam doesn't go home this week, he's winning out and making it to finale. And probably winning.
Totally. That's why. And that's actually the problem that a lot of them are facing right now, especially if they're going to let Matt and Jag stay in this house much longer, they're running to the end as well because once you get to final six, it doesn't matter who plays in veto because everybody plays in veto, and there's less strategy when it comes to that. If you let somebody get to the final six, and they can potentially win out competition wise, that's a bad move.
Now let's talk about the competition because this was a BB first. This has never happened, and honestly, I'm kind of disappointed.
Yeah, I am too. I'm not thrilled by it.
Not thrilled. They did Zingbot and OTEV together. The OTEV competition was Zingbot. We have like two mile markers in the game, and that's when we get OTEV, when we get Zingbot. And doing them together just tells me I'm not going to get them for the rest of the season. So I don't know. It's kind of like
also, why waste it?
You know, when I was growing up and we'd have Christmas morning, my mom was really big on giving us each one present at a time. We'd go around and open it, and it kind of built the anticipation doing it that way. As a mom myself, I've done it both ways where we have passed out all the kids' presents and they have a pile and they're just opening through. It's not nearly as satisfying as like getting the presents one at a time and actually savoring them and enjoying them. And I feel very much this way about having Zingbot and OTEV together. I'm very excited for OTEV. I'm very excited for Zingbot. I do have their zings ready if we want to hear them.
Yes, let's go for it. But I'm with you, just so you know. Like, I just think you also lose just a full week of being like, ooh, like, because you could have just had them separate and have us be excited 2 weeks in a row or have two exciting weeks of POVs. And it's like, it just, at that point, why are you lessening the fun? I don't think you're increasing the fun enough by doing them together by removing one from later in the game. So.
Exactly.
Let's get to the zings. Okay. I think some of them are much better than others. Some of them were amazing.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And I haven't done
3.5 hours of podcasting is getting to my back because I'm fucking old. All right.
Also, let's give a number ranking for each one. Scale of 1 to 10. How good did you think it was?
All right. And if you have any more details on these, I just have what Hamster Watch gave us.
Oh, that's pretty much what I've got. So.
Okay, so America's was about robbing the cradle.
3.
And I think I would give it. I'd go 2. This is not a Shelley Clay situation.
It's also just like there's so many things they could have done, and when we get to Cory's, like that was one that they nailed, and it's just like But how did you go from like so good on one end of the showmance to just an absolute dud on the other end? Like
Yeah.
unless it comes out and we hear that the wording is incredible. Because I'll say for Cerise, do you want to just move to Cerise real quick so I could mention this?
Yeah. Cerise
Um,
said it was all your friends are gone and you're all alone doing what you do best, losing on an island.
yeah, a lot of people when they first heard this, they were like, "Oh wow," because the way Cam, mind you, described it was that he said, "Oh yeah, Otev said she sucks at Survivor." That's not what he said
It's
at
not
all. At
not it.
all. Also, second of all, he clearly hasn't watched Survivor because she's fucking good at it. It just means she hasn't. Just because she hasn't won doesn't mean she's not good. Shut the fuck up. So sorry. I heard that, and then people ran with it because they also a lot of people love to find reasons to hate Suri for some reason on Big Brother Twitter, and I just when I saw that, I'm like, I guarantee you that's not what was said. And then
No.
when Hamster Watch came out with the list, I'm like, shocker, that wasn't actually what was said. Cam just
Yes.
doesn't like Sari. We've seen that multiple times before. So, anyways, feel free to go on, but I just had to say that because I was like,
Yeah.
that's a big no.
Bowie said what's the difference between Bowie and a great white shark? One's Australian with big scary teeth, and the other one's a great white shark.
I actually kind of liked that
That was
one.
really good.
I like that one. I'm gonna give that one an 8.
Yeah, I'll give that one Cerise, I'm gonna give an 8. That was good.
Oh yeah, I agree too. I agree. So
Bowie's
double
I'll
eights.
give an 8. Bowie's I'll give a 9.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that. All right, what's the next one?
Cameron 10s across the board. You got a military promotion from lieutenant loser to major fucking tool.
I can't wait. Oh my god. But the thing is, are they going to give the viewers any context about this? Any?
Uh,
Because they haven't played him up really as much as that on television. So I think they're going to be like, why are they being mean? It's like, because
I don't
this is
know. I
who
don't
he
think that.
is.
Yeah, I don't think they will either. It's also like the
No, they
Ice
won't give
Queen stuff for
context.
Taylor. Like, didn't make any sense to a lot of people.
No.
But Blue was the only thing worse than your catchphrases is your fashion sense. I'm so glad somebody called her out on like this catchphrase shit.
I'm going to give that one. I don't want to keep giving things 8s.
I want to do like a 5 for that one.
I'll go 6 because they should have, if they were even going to do something, they should have just done something about the roller that she keeps in her hair. That if they nailed the
Yeah.
roller, they did something about that and had a good joke, that would have been great. That would have nailed it for me. So 6.
Okay. Then they did one for me Cole. Instead of Mimi, it was me nap, then me sleep, then a week-long me coma. Oh wait, she's not here anymore.
I
Here's the
loved
thing.
that.
I have a theory. And I'm gonna read Felicia's. Felicia's was something about being old and wrinkled. Okay, I have a theory. When they wrote the zings, they thought Felicia was going home. Felicia seemed
Probably.
like a throwaway, and Mimi's got a good one. They didn't want to throw away Mimi's, and they just had to write a last minute one for
And
Felicia.
somebody just had to be Zingbot because they probably hired somebody to like be a funny person. And then
Yeah.
that person probably wasn't available again to give them the funny. So
Yep, that's what I think
Oy.
happened. What it
Oy
feels
vey.
like. Corey's was sung to the America song, short as grain, bad at kissing, thin mustache, America must have gotten a lobotomy.
Okay, what song is that though? Like, what song are we singing that to? Because, like, I know she said the America song, but it's like, what America song? Is it God
America
Bless
the
America? Or is
I
it like,
make
the Oh say can you see? Or is it You're a grand old flag? There's so many songs that could be. It's like, or America, America, God better. Like, there's so many songs that could be.
that
Either
one actually
way,
sounds like the one it was. Yeah.
is that
Is that like if looking at some of the lyrics in this, like maybe
that would be the
but
one I would think it would be.
I mean, I liked this one. This one I'd give a 7.
This one I'm gonna give a 9.
Okay.
I
Okay.
liked this one a lot.
Jag, you're like a sports car, but not a Jaguar, more like a Borvette or a Borgatti, Aston Martin, Lamborghini.
I hate this. This is a 1. Wrong. There's I mean, not saying that he's not sometimes not the yeah, sometimes he's not the most interesting person. Um, just why do they always have to have a zing about someone being boring? It just feels like it's a generic one every year, and it's like, but you just hit that with Mimi. It's gone. Let it go. Like, don't double up on wow, how boring.
I'll
I
give
don't
it a
know.
3 or 4.
Mine's a 1. I give it no stars.
Matt was something about being a dumb blonde.
Until I hear more, I'm gonna give that a 3.
Yeah,
Should have done something with the toothpick.
Yeah, the toothpick is the secret 18th house guest.
Anybody else? Did we miss somebody?
I don't think let's look at the graphic.
To the graphic.
No.
I think we hit everybody.
That's everyone.
Yeah, and that
So,
pretty much brings us back up to where we currently are. As Sarah mentioned before, and as we kind of discussed, the Cameron backdoor very much seems solidified. We do know that this is a house of wafflers, so who knows where this goes at this point.
they're
But
not as waffly without Izzy there.
no, I just think it's
And
funny that Jag and Matt have all of a sudden taken over the waffle business from Izzy and
It's true.
Suri. But other than that, I think we're kind of in for not like a quiet week, because I think when Cam goes on the block, that things will get chaotic.
Yeah.
And I
Oh
think they're
my
not
god,
gonna
did
like
we
it.
just legit record a 1-hour episode?
Did we do it?
We
For
did
what?
it.
Will this ever happen again?
Probably not.
Yeah, we'll see. But for now, this does wrap up this episode of Wicked Unscripted. Thank you so much for your patience, and we are so glad to be back. If you like what you hear, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review our podcast. We are also regularly posting Big Brother updates on our TikTok accounts, so make sure to follow us at It's Abigail Adams, Sarah Talks Big Brother, and Wicked Unscripted if you want more updates. We'll be posting much more on our Wicked Unscripted page as we go along and we get things back up and running. We just hit a wall and now we're back. But if you
Also
want to
find us on Patreon.
Oh yes! Oh my god! Duh! I almost skipped
Join
it.
us on Patreon. We are dropping exclusive episodes every Monday. We've been doing these great BB countdowns. The first episode is the top 10 BB fights.
That's
This
fun.
Monday's episode is the top 10 BB twist. Next week is the top 10 BB villains, and I think we're dressing up as villains for that one.
Yes. Oh my
In
god.
Halloween spirit. But we have a lot of exclusive content for our patrons. You can also follow us on Patreon. You will get these episodes uploaded to it. You do not have to be subscribed. You don't have to have a tier membership, but we do have memberships right now. You can be a house guest for $5 a month, or you can be an HOH for $10 a month. You will get shout outs on the episode. You get exclusive discounts to the BB Bible, Survivor Bible, and any reality Bibles as long as you are a member. Access to the Discord, and we are adding more benefits. We will be having live events where you will get discounted or preferred ticketing for those. So just keep an eye out. We are constantly adding new benefits, but please show your support. Go check us out on the Patreon, and those episodes are so much fun, and I'm so pumped to get more going on there.
I just got my list of villains. I'm gonna say it here because I hope this hypes this up. I got my list of villains last night. I was waiting for it. I was like, oh, it's villains this time. And we had just recorded, you had mentioned it. And I was like, I can't wait. I am curious. Oh my God, my list is so good.
My list is good too. Oh, so if you don't know how this works, we have a list. We have a panel of BB super fans. They put together these top 10 lists for us. They send 5 of them to Abigail, 5 of them to me, and neither one of us knows what the other one has. And so when we count them down, it is a surprise to each of us who is making this full list. So it's a lot of fun, and I highly recommend going and checking those out.
I cannot wait to record this next episode. You
I
do
know.
not understand. Because I think one of my favorite things to talk about is villainry. Like just being villainous. And so this
Mhm.
is gonna be so much fun. I can't wait. There are so many episodes I have to go back and rewatch, and I'm excited. I'm
Yeah,
thrilled.
same.
It's gonna be so much fun.
So join
So
us on
if
Patreon.
Please, because we have so much fun. And also, if you want to subscribe to our lives on TikTok, we also you don't have to subscribe to both. I wish there was a way for us to work around that, but until we can figure that out, we cannot. But if you do subscribe there, we also do some fun things on TikTok live and like Sarah has done some trivia nights. And I'm hoping to jump into that with some other shows. I'm gonna let her handle the Big Brother ones. Maybe I'll do some here and there, but I'll probably gear more toward like Gordon Ramsay, Survivor, Dancing with the Stars. We're going to be doing some House of Villains coverage. I guess this is also good. We should have mentioned this too. We're going to be doing a lot more coverage. House of Villains is on our list.
I'm so
And
excited.
I cannot wait. We've only gotten like I think one or two promos and I'm dying. I'm dying. I need it. I need it.
Mhm.
I need it. It's so good. And if you don't know who's on it, we're talking Johnny Bananas, Johnny Fairplay, Tiffany Pollard,
Jax Taylor.
Omarosa, Jax Taylor, Bobby Lyles, um, um, the oh my god, what's her name from Bad Girls Club where she's like, I didn't go to sleep because of y'all, so you ain't gonna
It's
sleep
so
because of
like
me.
it
It's gonna
all
be
looks so great.
so
So
good.
amazing. I'm so excited for it.
So
Yeah, we
excited.
got a lot. We have a lot coming up for you guys. So we appreciate you listening
I
and go
appreciate
check
you
us out on
guys sticking
Patreon.
around. Thank you. Like, please, just we appreciate all the support. We couldn't say it enough. As I mentioned earlier, we do want to hear your questions. We want to add some question segments in here and get more of you guys involved. So if you want to ask us a question, share your thoughts, or leave us a tip, email almost got through it perfectly. Email the podcast at wickedunscriptedpod@gmail.com for more. If you're watching the video, it's right down here. But I'll say it again. It is wicked unscripted pod@gmail.com. We are always looking for fresh and diverse voices to join the conversation. So we encourage you to shout us out or give us a ring. Let us know what's going on if you want to join the conversation. And with that, we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.